Subscribe to Lime English channel. Max had been planning to visit the new shopping mall all week. He finally had a free Saturday morning, so he decided to go right after breakfast. He finished his coffee, grabbed his keys, wallet and phone, put on his jacket, and headed out to the garage. The sun was shining, the sky was clear. Perfect weather for a drive. He approached his car, a dark blue sedan he'd owned for 3 years. He pressed the button on the key fob, heard the familiar beep, and saw the lights flash as the doors unlocked. He opened the driver's door, tossed his jacket on the passenger seat, and got in. He closed the door with a solid thud, put the key in the ignition, and turned it. The engine roared to life with a smooth hum. He adjusted the rear-view mirror slightly. He was a bit taller than his sister, who sometimes used the car, and then checked the side mirrors, making sure he could see the curb and the cars parked nearby. Next, he fastened his seatbelt, pulling it across his chest and clicking it into place. He shifted the gear into drive, pressed the brake pedal firmly with his right foot, and released the parking brake with his left hand. He took a quick look in the rearview mirror and over his left shoulder to check for any cyclists or pedestrians behind him. The coast was clear. He gently eased off the brake and slowly moved forward, steering the car out of the garage and onto the street. Once on the road, he signaled left, waited for a small gap in the traffic, and smoothly merged into the lane. He accelerated gradually, keeping his speed at 40 kilometers per hour, the posted limit for residential areas. He kept both hands on the wheel at the 10 and 2 position, just like he'd been taught in driving school. The road was quiet at this hour, with only a few other cars and an occasional jogger on the sidewalk. As he approached the first intersection, he saw the traffic light turn yellow. He eased his foot off the accelerator and gently pressed the brake. The car slowed down smoothly and came to a complete stop just as the light turned red. He waited, watching the pedestrian signal. When it turned green and the light switched to green, he checked both ways again, signaled right, and turned onto the main road that led downtown. The traffic started to get a bit heavier. He merged into the right lane to prepare for his next turn. He kept a safe distance from the car in front, about 2 seconds of travel time, and watched the road signs carefully. A large blue sign with white letters pointed towards the shopping mall, indicating it was 3 kilometers ahead. He passed a school zone where he automatically slowed down to 30 kilometers per hour, seeing the flashing yellow lights and a few children near the crossing. A few minutes later, he approached a roundabout. He signaled right as he entered, checked his mirrors, and gave way to a white van already in the circle. He followed the markings, stayed in the right lane, and took the second exit. The road widened here, and he accelerated to 60 kilometers per hour. He glanced at the fuel gauge, nearly half a tank, and at the temperature gauge, which was in the normal range. The radio was playing a light pop song, and Max tapped his fingers on the wheel in rhythm, enjoying the drive. Soon he saw the large sign for the shopping mall ahead. He slowed down, checked his mirrors and blind spot, and signaled right. He turned into the wide entrance lane that led to the parking lot. The parking area was spacious, but already filling up. He drove slowly, scanning the rows for an empty space. After a minute, he spotted one near the main entrance, just a bit far, but still convenient. He signaled again, checked for any approaching cars or shoppers walking between the rows, and carefully backed into the spot. He steered smoothly, using the rear view and side mirrors to guide him. When the car was perfectly aligned between the white lines, he straightened the wheels, put the gear in park, and turned off the engine. He unfastened his seatbelt, grabbed his jacket and phone from the passenger seat, and opened the door.
Stepping out of the car, he pressed the lock button on the key fob. The car beeped once, the lights flashed, and the doors locked securely. He took a last look to make sure everything was in order, then closed the door gently. With a sense of satisfaction from a smooth drive, he walked towards the bright glass doors of the shopping mall, ready for a day of browsing and errands.